Welcome back to Phoenix Forge. Thanks for joining us today. So we're going to continue with our pirate theme, and I'm going to make a pirate dagger. Okay, so today's mission is to forge a pirate dagger, or in real terms, a 17th century dirk. I've got a piece of EM42J to do it with. We're up against the clock. I've got to try and do this in a day, so we better get the hell on with it. Okay, so I've got the tang forged out, a bit over 5 inches. I'm a little bit long, but I can always trim that down, better than going the other way. So now what I need to do is obviously spin that round in the forge, get it in there, and we'll forge the point on, and then forge on some bevels as well. Unfortunately, I ain't got a pair of tongs that hold that, so I need to modify some. So that's the next job. Well, there we go, guys. There's the blank forged out. I'm down to about 2 mil on the edge, 9 inches overall, which is a little bit longer than I was going for, but I can live with that. Pretty happy with that profile. So I'm going to let this normalize on the side of the fire, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to start on the cross guard. And once we've done, we can get on the grinder then and put some bevels on this thing. There we go, there's the crossguard forge. That was a fiddly little thing to make, a couple of little penny ends on those. Yeah, definitely awkward. So I'm gonna wait for this to cool down and we'll file it to fit. Well, my blade's cooled down nicely. I'm quite pleased with the shape, down to about 2 to 3 mil on the edge, about 6 mil on the back, so it's quite a chunky bit of steel to start with. But I'm gonna refine the profile on the lineages and then refine those bevels down to about 1 mil or so on the edge, and that'll be ready for heat treating then. Well, there we go. So I finished grinding that. Pretty happy with how that's come out. Got some nice plunge lines on there. The original that I'm sort of copying doesn't have plunge lines on. It's got more of a convex grind to it. So we're going to heat treat now, and then we'll take it back over and we'll refine it. The blade's hardened now, nice quench in oil, always does the job. Now I need to temper this, I need to soften it slightly. So I could do it with a piece of sacrificial steel in the fire, but what I think I'm going to do is chuck this in the oven in the farmhouse and move on to grinding up my crossguard while I wait. Okay, so I've got that nicely polished up. Pretty pleased with that. But it wouldn't be a pirate dirk unless we added a little bit of brass, a little bit of bling on there. So what I'm thinking is a little brass packer to go underneath the guard itself, and then maybe a little brass end cap to go on the end of the handle. I've also got a little bit of marble wood, and I think we'll use that as our actual body for our handle. Should look quite nice and give us a bit of contrast between the shiny silver, the polished brass, and everything else that's going on. Right, well, it's time to get this thing sharpened up and get it back on the linisher, get it polished up as well. Let's get to it. Okay, so it's all ground out. Not fully sharp yet, but we'll do that once it's fully assembled. But it all slots together quite nicely. That goes on there. But we're missing something. We need a bit of wood. So, time to cut ourselves a bit of marble wood and then drill it out and file it to shape. Right, well I've drilled in a slot in there, but it's not quite as snug a fit as I'd like. So what I'm going to do is warm a tang up with the oxyacetylene and we'll knock it on and hopefully get a good fit. That's the plan anyway. Okay, we're finally ready for assembly. Blade's all polished, all the other little bits are made, so we're going to knock it together and then I can finish the handle. Well, there we go, guys. There's the finished pirate dirk. I'm pretty chuffed with that. Nice addition to the collection. Goes well with my cutlass. So let's see what sort of damage this thing can do. Pretty happy with that. Nice. So there's the finished pirate dirk. I'm pretty chuffed with that. It's come out really nice, good and sharp, and it's another great toy for the collection. The pirate series is continuing. We've got 3 objects on the go at the moment. So let us know in the comments below what you think we should be doing next. Now remember, guys, you can follow us on Instagram, support the channel through Patreon, hit subscribe, and we'll see you here next time in the workshop. Cheers, guys.